Beginning business bloopers, BBB. Beginners, beginner business bloopers. Yes, today, how are you doing? How organized are you? Do you put your receipts in a trash bag, or do you throw them away, or do you place them in a little sack and stash them away, or do you have a shoe box, or do you just box it away, or do you just file it away? What type of saver are you? Do you protect your documents? Do you just stash them in your purse, or throw them on top of your dashboard in your car, on the floor, or in the back seat? Or do you have file them in a file cabinet with folders and separate them? Or are you just so chaos when you're documenting or holding on to documents, important documents documents that you think that are not important for your business? What do you do? How organized are you? Are you the mindset that everything is in chaos? Or are you just so neat and perfect it has to be in order? And if it's not in order, you're in chaos. Well, what we want to do is make sure that we have all our documents and forms from day one that we started our business to the end. Do you have every document that you wrote down for your business? Do you have every receipt? Do you have every certificate? Do you have all your documents? If the government came, and I loosely say government, if the famous U.S. Treasury Department came contacting you by email, or some people say email, or some people say by phone. They don't do neither one of those. They contact you by letter first. And if they contact you by letter and say they need X, Y, and Z, can you find the documents that you needed? Even if they just needed one little receipt, maybe they needed one documentation of a form, or maybe they need your tax return. Can you find it? Do you know? Do you remember anything? Or do you just leave it up to the accountant to do? Did you know that every time you put the responsibility on someone else, it's still your responsibility to keep those documents no matter who you pay? I have heard time and time from all types of workers, from all type of business owners making the first big business blooper. They give someone else authority over their taxes. They just go dump the pile and have all the receipts in the bag or a box or whatever they may have it in, or in their hands. Or they may come in the tax preparer office and don't have nothing at all. Why do you have a fear of something that is a daily requirement for you to take care of your business? Why is it that everyone is so skeptical and nervous and, the IRS gonna get me? No. Organized, then it shouldn't be in fear. Document, it shouldn't be in fear. If you know you have done right by the law, then you shouldn't have any Internal Revenue Service issues, meaning U.S. Treasury. That's being kind when you say U.S. Treasury, because they're kind people, believe it or not. Every now and then you might get someone that's got a personality problem, but the government entity itself still abides by the law. So do you have your documents? If the city needed something, do you have your documents? At the end of the day, no matter what form of government, from the city, state, county, it doesn't make a difference. Federal, they all require you to have your documents. Do you know where they at? Have you organized? Are you relying on a third-party business to take care of your business? I hate to be the news of bad bearer of news, but I have heard of many stories of people relying on a tax preparation or accounting firm. I don't care how big and famous they are. They hire workers. They may have these certain standards, but they can't control the outcome of how their employees put out their work or protect your work. Identity theft is always on the rise, so you got to be cautious on who you Give your information, making sure that you could. These are trustworthy people that I don't care how long they've been in business, does not mean that they don't have errors. Don't believe the popular beliefs about all the type of advertising, because when it all comes down to it, the business could be a great business but have poor management skills of certain employees. Not all, certain. So, do you know where your documents are? Do you know where your receipts? Do you know what receipts to keep? Do you know the right things to claim on the return? Don't believe everything you hear. Until you get audited, you never know. I hear so many time from different workshops to different spokespersons on different types of platforms put their opinion on what they think and how it should be done in a business. Do you know you can write off this, you can do this, and your family this? Tread lightly. If those documents don't match up or cannot be identified as business related, it can be thrown out. Did you know that? So, are you running your business right? Don't listen to what you hear everywhere and everywhere. Have you picked up an IRS guide and find out what the laws say on your own? Those documents are free. You can order them on irs.gov or by calling or print them out straight PDF form. Find out for yourself before relying on others. I know one business owner, been in business for years, and the preparer would always write off the same identical amount. And I step in and I say, do you know that the government is not a fool? They may appear to me not do anything. I know that you're not doing anything. I said, when it's all said and done, can he adjust and document, justify the reason why he got the same dollar amount for the same like business, same type service, but your income fluctuating, but everything's coming out the same for your deductions and stuff, your vehicle? That's not realistic. Can you provide that proof? I said, where is the Macy's receipt coming from? And you said, I'm purchasing clothes for my employees at Macy's, underwear, toothpaste. Pump your brakes. Pump your brakes. That is not business related. If it does not have anything to do with your business logo or business entity, they're not going to be able to see a receipt that say boxers $9.99, white t-shirts $24.99, and you want me to believe that is business related. It's not in the business name. It's not even labeled with business logos on it or name. That is a personal item. So don't always believe in everything you hear about documents. Find out for yourself. Freedom of information is so easy and free all day long. But what about those receipts that you just throw on the floor? Do you know some of those receipts can help reduce your taxes? Have you organized? Do you have the first money that you made when you first opened your business? Some people spend their money. They may hold on that and plaque it for a while. Every now and then you can go in a restaurant, a small restaurant. They put their first earnings on the wall, and it's been there for years. But others, we're going to spend that all the way down to the dime because we don't think of the bigger picture, how far we got there. Did you know that you need to organize? I know it's difficult, but it's so easy to organize. And so when anyone come knocking at your door or anyone sending you a mail asking you to provide documents, first of all, you want to verify who they are at all times, especially if they are from the government. Remember, they're not doing no phone calls if they usually going to start out with a letter dealing with the U.S. Treasury. That's facts. They're not going to just target you. So be careful for scams, because people do scam and get information out. And IRS is not going to collect any money verbally over the phone for you. So remember that. There's plenty scams out there. Even for Social Security, they have scammers on the phone. Everything is always documented when it's federal. They're going to send letters out to confirm. And if you always in doubt, always call the government telephone numbers for those agencies to verify before you spend your dollar to a stranger that's scamming you. But back to, how organized are you? What are you going to do here on to protect your business? Even if you have receipt boxes, that's great. Who's going to organize them for you? You might need that one receipt. Do you know where it's at? It could help if you organize it or use some of the platforms for social media that allows you to upload the receipts, or some software programs allow it as well, to upload the receipts or scan the receipts and categorize it by expenses, whatever it belongs to, whether if it's for supplies, whether it's cost of goods. It is so important to keep organized. It's easy said, it's done. But when you go toggle into the taxpayer box, they don't have a clue. You just handed them a whole box of nothing that they don't have a clue with. They just prepare the taxes. So be a little bit more organized and help those that are out there that are servicing you. But also remember, they're not responsible if an error come back on your return. You are. So you need to make sure all your documents are in place. Don't believe them. Don't believe them. Fact find for yourself. I'm just saying, that's just a tip. I'm not going to tell you anything wrong. I've seen people come with boxes. I've seen people thought that they was going to get to claim something at the end of the year, and they come to find out it was not business related. And time you hear different type of income levels, not to single them out. They'll tell you all this, but if you go back and look at history of a lot of those famous people with a lot of money, end up getting in trouble with tax evasions because they listened to somebody told them that they can hide it this way. Always play fair, and then you won't get caught up. But do you have your documents organized? That's either yes or no. Well, it's never too late to get them organized. You didn't do it last year. Maybe you do it this year. So even if you don't have a clue, please put your receipt box, get your receipt envelope, a box, something to organize, or something that you can put up secure that you'll know, hey, I might don't know, but I know it's in this receipt box, or I know it's in this file cabinet, or I know it's in this folder or this envelope. Or I know I uploaded on a software program or a cell phone receipt keeper. I tell you, modern technology makes it so easy if you're on different platforms to help you manage your business so securely. Believe it or not, it's always good to keep documentations. And I know there's business out there that are cash paying. You pay your lease, you pay your water bill by cash. Some may do money order, some may do personal check, business accounts. But to avoid the business bloopers, because if anyone knows, I know, keep your records. You can't guarantee that the landlord or the person is coming picking up the document, or assuming that when you mail your payment off, that they're going to go to their mailbox immediately. So always, if you do it by money order, keep the stub. Tape it to something, document it what it is. Say it's the lease, water, gas, electric, whatever it is. Whatever your landlord does, don't let it be a blooper and they come back with this statement and say, oh, you missed this month and that month. Believe it not, it happened. Everyone's accounting is not intact. The worst experience is knowing that you pay cash and you pay personal check and you pay business account, you didn't send money order, and their records does not reflect 3 or more of your payments, or maybe none of your payments. But being organized would help you keep it all intact, where you know even if you went behind on 1 month and you paid it the next month, you got to watch them, because they may take that water bill or the light bill, electric bill, and apply it to your rent. Specify what it's for. If it's for the water bill, I don't care if you are behind on your water bill. If it's a water bill, that's what it's for. Because soon as you forget and they say, no, we didn't get that water bill, you make your other payment, we're still missing the water bill because they decide to apply it towards your balance of your lease or maybe to another bill, electric or gas. Specify what it's for. Always have a date. Specify, even if you're paying cash, which I dread people paying cash. Don't think that I haven't been down that because I got cash on hand and I want to pay a water bill and the person come picking it up. Oh, I'll take cash. We'll take cash. Instead of me taking the time, I say, no, I'm just going to wait and I'm going to go get until I get my personal check or my business account or my money order cash or check until I get something, then I will send it in. Never let them make you be pressured to pay something without getting your receipts. Because it happens. Then when you come up with that blooper and you have to go through all your files to verify your payment and you don't have anything, then you're frustrated, you're angry, you're pissed. Because you know that you paid that landlord or the person that picks it up. But they want to backdate and put something that belongs on another year to another year, and you know that year was already paid. They hadn't even sent you a statement saying that you were behind. But this particular time, you may fall behind on 1 month on the rent due to the pandemic. And you know good and well that you sent the water bill electronically even while on pandemic. Shit happens, I'm telling you. Don't mean to curse, but it does happen. The worst thing that of a blooper to happen is that they don't tell you the what ifs. What if it's a pandemic? What if it is a crisis? What if the market crash? What if they shut down everything? No one was prepared. Some may have been prepared, but very few was. So they control how you get your money and you can't get it. What if you've been duped by the city and the water company? During the pandemic, you sit up there and you didn't let the lights go off. But you have your occupancy license, but that is required to even be in business. But then they want to treat you like you just opening a business because they're trying to collect $100 off you. So you pay the inspector. You're going to have to pay this fee again because I say a scamming system. They wanted to get $100 off and then they go back and pay Bella. Oh, you already had your occupancy license. I know, and that's what I explained. It's all kind of scammers no matter what business they're in. I got hit for $100 due to them assuming that they were going to take care of the lights or they're going to hold off the landlord. Landlord still wanted their money. They said, oh, we'll work with you for 1 month. We want half of it and you pay the other half. The government told them to halt it. So what do you do in those circumstances? So my thing is, if you're in business and you're short on funds and you go and buy cash basis as it's come, the best thing to do is always stash at least 1 to 3 months for the just in case. Even the hiccups of the water, electric, gas, and internet. Call and negotiate to see what they may have in fact. All of them said they were helping, but they really wasn't because they was needing to help their own business as well. Some didn't need help. They just took advantage of small business that was thriving in the neighborhood, and they specifically said that they would be targeting certain locations. Can you believe that? It happened during the pandemic. But some may not have other avenues of income to support the what if. Just think that I said, I'm going to sit in the water bill because that's what I know that I can do. And I was sending the payments even during the pandemic. And then came in, we made the first bill. Do believe me. We made the first bill. We paid on. So only thing was due was the month that was missing. So coming back, we had to earn our money. Yeah, we might have been a couple days late, but we paid that month. And bang, got overflow again. So the catch is they didn't record any payments. But lucky that I did have documentations. So don't depend on your landlord. That's just one of the bloopers of life.